Hey, what's going on, team? Welcome to today's Daily Sprint. And we're continuing some discussion that we've had recently on marriage relationships or relationships in general. And this is kind of from David Brooks. He wrote the book, The Second Martin. And contrary to what I thought I was going to be reading, there's actually a pretty big chunk in his book on relationships. So what are relationships, particularly marital relationships, have to do with business? Absolutely everything. If those relationships go down the tube, our business will follow. So he was talking about three lenses that we typically will step into and see relationships with. So let's kind of dive into these three lenses, give you some awareness of what lens maybe you're doing really good, you're seeing really clear, and maybe what lens is a little bit fuzzy that might need a little bit of work. So first is the psychological lens. A couple daily sprints ago, we talked about the 5 personality traits. That would be a psychological lens. A lot of times if your partner has attraction or they get scared or they tend to run away, they may have been anxiously attached to their primary caregiver growing up. So if their mom or dad left or was not reliable with them growing up, then they're going to have an inner subconscious fear that you're going to do the same. So it's good to know your partner's childhood. Now, if your partner had a securely attached childhood, they're going to tend to be a little bit more well-adjusted. So if you go on a vacation or anything, they're not afraid that you're not going to come back. So that's some of the psychological, the personality traits, and then level of attachment dating back to their youth. So that's the lens number 1. Lens number 2 is going to be the emotional lens. So under the emotional lens, we typically have 3 types of love. We have agape love, which is selfless giving. That is doing whatever I can to benefit this relationship, and it's very, very selfless. You have philia, love, which is friendship. It's kind of friendly banter, it's friendship. You could have philia love, which is friends, definitely family, or people that you're maybe not romantically involved with. And then of course, you have eros, passion. So if you think in your marital or in your partner relationship, is there a struggle with the eros, the passion? Is there a struggle maybe with the philia where, you don't really have a friendship? Or could there be a struggle with the agape or the selfless giving? So that would be the emotional lens. The final lens is the moral lens. So ask yourself this question. I really admire X about my partner. Okay, so if you can say, I admire their fortitude, I admire their fact that they're a hard worker, I admire their truthfulness, okay, then you have a really good, give them a good moral lens, which means that you tend to give them reverent respect over positional power. So you don't just respect them because they're your partner or husband or wife, you respect them out of reverence. So you have that reverent respect. So that would be the moral lens. And again, if you just complete that sentence, I truly admire X about my partner. So, hey, let me know if it's a relationship lens, the emotional lens, or the moral lens that you might need some work on or that you were happy to get some awareness on. Love to hear your comments on this. And definitely check out the book if you're looking for something to read, The Second Mountain, David Brooks. Thanks for tuning in today.